this is the line you talked about. This is the line.
Oh,
The road.
it could be lined up for a lot, like a mile or so.
A mile? Oh my god.
It's not the weekend though. That one's a big week. Like a Memorial Day weekend or something like that. Well, actually, it's President's Day weekend, but today's Monday, so maybe they're heading back. Not too many people celebrate President's Day anymore.
Why not?
They exchanged it for Martin Luther King Day.
Why?
Why did they? Or was it Columbus Day? Maybe it was Columbus Day.
Columbus Day.
Huh?
Oh.
Let's see. When's Columbus Day? Some people exchange it for Columbus Day. Some President's Day has never been really that big, I guess. But Columbus Day was, I think, replaced with Martin Luther King Day, rather than the person who liked.
Day. It's funny for us Europeans because we don't have Columbus Day, of course.
Right,
oh, do we? No.
No, so.
It's so important.
They mostly got rid of it because he got a bad reputation later on when they let him know what he really did, I guess.
But President's Day would, for example, right now Obama also have celebrations on President's Day.
Most of the government facilities will do something or close down, but not a lot of commercial places recognize it other than commercializing it, and say come down to us on President's Day.
And things are cheaper, right, on President's Day? Like they give some
people advertise discounted stuff. Come buy our car on President's Day.
So President Obama had probably some of the military or kind of people having a celebration for him, probably. I don't know.
Not for Obama, but for the other presidents. I think
Okay.
It's mostly for like Washington and Lincoln and
for the dead ones.
For the former
presidents,
not for the current one. Okay.
I think they might have had special separate days before, then they kind of lumped them all together. They used to have like, Washington's birthday.
Then they got
Lincoln's
too many.
Birthday.
Washington's birthday and Lincoln's birthday. That was a funny guy.
President Bush's birthday. This is really a pretty short line compared to a lot of them. You could be waiting here like a half hour or 45 minutes sometimes.
We're lucky to
3 times in a row. First to go through the port of entry, then to go through here, then go through the next one. Do they have a dog here? Yeah, there's a dog.
I don't know.
Yeah, I see a dog. It's there.
Maybe there's not one.
It's there. I see a German Shepherd.
Sometimes it says K9 is on duty. They don't say that, do they?
Usually they say whether they have one or not.
Oh, I see.
That way, you throw your drugs out before you get there. They go up and police the sides of the road and pick up, the drugs. Looks like the guy who waved to me, was that today or yesterday? That was yesterday. I was reviewing his picture.
Who went secondary yesterday.
But that was on our way down. Oh, yeah, this is the same guy. He knows me.
You know him?
Well,
That
he the guy with the dog.
You know them? That one? Yeah.
Huh?
The
Well, I
guy
mean,
with the
he
dog?
just waved at me yesterday. It's the first time I saw him.
Oh, yeah,
This
yeah.
guy I know. This is the guy. He knows me really well.
It's mine.
He was in one of my bigger videos. Here. When I said nothing to him, he was the one asking if I spoke Portuguese.
Robert,
Hi.
how's it going?
Hi.
Hello.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
We're not.
You're not?
No.
You want to see your passport?
San Diego. I'm still pretty new. I don't get it in a couple years. There's a crust of ATVs. It's like a junkyard. Just going to a lot. A lot of women in the junkyard. And you're a citizen? Alright, you guys have a safe drive.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Did you hear the one guy say Robert?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard him. Did you say hi, Robert? Or
Yeah.
Robert?
I think he just said Robert.
Hi, Robert.
They kept me for like 2 hours when I first met him. They could probably be sued for that one because they're only supposed to keep you for a brief amount of time.
Alright.
So, but I said nothing to him, but I had my window down. But I just kind of didn't react at all. And he was like, "Speak English, Spanish, Portuguese, or something." Then he's like, "Do you talk?" And he makes this gesture with his hands. "Do you talk?" I said, "Could you go over to secondary?" So then I drove over to secondary.
And you still need to talk?
No, for like a couple hours, and finally they ran a dog around. Then I pointed the bathroom, so I went to use the bathroom. I was in there about 15 minutes. And they're like, "Well, if he doesn't come out, we'll just turn it over to the next shift."
And then when
So-
did you go?
So then I would just standing outside the vehicle waiting for quite a while. Bouncing up there. I was thinking of doing some Rocky style push-ups and things, but I didn't do that. But I was kind of jogging around a little bit. Then we had like a Disney moment. There was like two lovebirds kind of floated in and sat on the corner, and then they flew out and sit on the steering wheel, I think. After a while, the guy's asking if I was cold. I said I could get back in the vehicle, and so I did. Then I started replacing the batteries because like the batteries on all the cameras had died an hour earlier. So I was like, okay, I'll get them rejuvenated because I had plenty of extra stuff. So I was starting them back up. Then they decided, it's like, could you get out of the vehicle one more time? They ran a dog around it, and then it's like, so you're not going to state your citizenship? I said nothing. I said, oh, he's like, we're done. And then he walked away with his stop stick. They had a stop stick. A few times when I was like walking around, he was like nervous I was going to step on one of the nails on the stop stick or something. You know, he's like trying to protect me from doing that. And then I drove off.
Well, that was when you had that officer.
Yeah. That's
Did
it.
say hello, Robert.
Well, I think he just said Robert. I don't know if he said that. I think he was telling the other people who I was.